Hi, we are from Group 3. We present for Lab 3, Electrical Wiring Installation in Radial Rhythm Power Circuit, Socket Outlet 13A connected by Radial or Ring Circuit. This is my group member, Cheng William, Yvonne UTHM, and me, Paranajah binti Hassan, CE180071. So this is my MCB in my house. So for the last 3 MCB is related to socket in living room, bedroom and kitchen. So when MCB turn on, so the socket in living room, bedroom and kitchen will turn on. So in living room, the socket outlet have one. In bedroom also one. In kitchen, the number of socket related to MCB is 3. So wiring diagram for one circuit related to MCB, which is this diagram, which is connected to Earth, neutral and live. So for wiring diagram for two circuit, which is connected with one another, so still same, which is Earth, neutral and live. So this is a diagram for 3 circuit outlet that related to MCB, which is in my kitchen. So that's all for me. Thank you. Okay, this is main MCB in my house. So the condition of switch is turned on. The switch in MCB is related to the socket in living room, kitchen, and bedroom. Okay, this is socket in living room. So when the switch in MCB turn on, so the socket in living room is also turned on. This is a socket at the kitchen. So when switch in MCB turn on, so the socket at the kitchen will turn on. So this one turn on and the rice cooker will turn on.
Good day to my lecturer and my fellow friends. My name is Yvonne Isesan. My matrix number is PE190014. Today I'm going to explain about the MCB in my house. The last two MCB is related to the socket in my house. The first MCB is related to the socket at the kitchen. It is 32 ampere and it will connected to 3 sockets. The last one is connected to the living room. It considers 2 sockets.
This is the MCB box in my house. This socket, the last socket, will control the living room socket, which is here. So, and I on this, the bulb will light. When I off this, the bulb will turn off.
So this is the MCB of my house, and this last 6 MCB is the MCB to control the socket outlet. So all of the MCB is 60 ampere, and for the MCB number 1 is to control the socket at the living room, which will control 2 socket, and socket number 2 here will be control the room number 2 with 1 socket only, and MCB number 3 is to control the socket at the kitchen, and there are 2 sockets there. And for the number 4 is the room 1, which is control 1 socket, and number 5 is the living room, and you will control 2 socket, and lastly the MCB number 6 will be control the room number 3, which you need 1 socket related to it. Okay. Next is the wiring diagram for one socket that related to the MCB. This one is the socket, and for the 3 hole of the socket is connected to the wire of earth wire, natural wire, and lastly line wire. And these 3 wire is come from our MCB that control the socket. And for the 2 socket outlet, both socket will be connected in parallel for for the 3 line also, and also the source will be come from the MCB that control these two sockets. So this one is the MCB in my house, and this is the switch that I will going to try. So this is the socket that related to that MCB. Now I will test the functionality of this socket. You can see that it is looking as normal and the electrical load is the LED. Now I will turn on the switch and the LED light will turn on.
So I will continue to answering question in lecture, which is 5.1. What is the difference between radial circuit and ring circuit in electrical wiring installations? In the radial circuit, each circuit wired directly back to the distribution board. The distribution point will be used for each outlet. The radial are sized to carry the maximum current of the outlet. Next, in a ring circuit, the outlets in the ring are wired together. The ring is fused to the limit the overall current of the ring. Relying on the diversity, it's not likely that all the outlets will draw the maximum current. That's all for me. Thank you.
Now I will going to explain about the question. Explain the purpose of neutral cable in electrical wiring installation. Neutral wire carries the circuit back to the original power source. More specifically, neutral wire brings the circuit to a ground and busbar usually connected at the electrical panel. This gives current circulation throughout the electrical system, which allows electricity to be fully utilized.
So this is my house plan and lighting point, same with the previous lab one, and there is 7 light, and for this house there is no two-way switch.
This is a one-way switch in my house. Okay, when I turn on this switch, so the fan will turn on. Okay, when I turn on this switch, the lamp will turn on. This is switch on dining room. When I turn on this switch, so the fan will turn on. And I turn off this switch, and when I turn on this switch, so the lamp will turn on. And when I turn on this switch, so the lamp in the kitchen will turn on.
Next, this is the house plans of my house. My house is using one-way switch. The one switch is control the light and also the fan. My house got no two-way switch.
This is the one-way switch in my home. This is the switch for the bathroom. First I turn on it, then turn off. Then this is the switch for the toilet. And this is the kitchen. This is the switch of the kitchen. Then I turn on and off.
This is the basic house plan of my house. Here is the legend for the house plan. This logo is the ceiling fan, and this one is the door. Next, this one is the switch, and this one is the ceiling light, and lastly, this one is the wiring. So in my house, there are 5 ceiling fan and 11 ceiling light. So total up, in my house, there are 16 switches in my house. All the switches are the one-way switches. Next, I will show which switches will turn on which lamp and ceiling fan in my house living room. There are 2 ceiling lamp and 1 ceiling fan in my house living room. These are the switches to turn on the lamp and the fan. When I turn on this switch, the lamp at the left side will be turned on. When I turn on this switch, the lamp at the right side will be turned on. And lastly, when I turn on this switch, the fan will be start spinning.